Come in, Major. This is General Garza. The situation on Belsavis is complicated, so let's begin immediately. Belsavis houses a top-secret prison colony for the worst offenders in the Republic, Sith Lords, war criminals, and mass murderers. That prison is under heavy assault. The Imperials are attempting to free their captured comrades. While you're in the field, do whatever you can to impede them.
How did the Imperials hear about our top-secret prison?
Unknown. The Empire has its spies, just as we have ours. Your primary objective is to extract the pilots of Daggerwing, an elite Navy starfighter unit, from within the prison zone and return them to service.
Were these pilots shot down? Will they need medical attention?
They weren't sent to Belsavis on a mission. They're inmates. The pilots of Daggerwing are serving life sentences on Belsavis for participating in an unauthorized bombing mission that killed thousands of Imperial civilians. The attack was so brutal that High Command had no choice but to disavow the incident and sweep away the pilots responsible, permanently.
Why did they target civilians?
Daggerwing thought they were acting in the Republic's best interests at the time, but results far outweigh intentions. The Republic needs Daggerwing back in the fight, regardless of their past crimes. Starfighter pilots of their caliber are in very short supply. A prison guard captain named Zess will direct you to Daggerwing CO, Conrad Goll. Contact him, extract the pilots, and then report back to me. Garza out.
Welcome to Macula Station, gateway to the Belsavis penal colonies. Feel free to ask me about our correctional facilities.
Can it, 05? This is a prison, not a tourist attraction. Warden Plate's already approved your entry, Major. Please declare any weapons you might be carrying, such as blasters, knives, explosives.
Put me down for all of the above.
Of course. Normally, I'd confiscate your equipment, but the Warden wants you planetside ASAP. Given the situation, I figure he'll want you carrying.
What does the Warden want with me?
Couldn't say. Best not to keep him waiting, though. Just take the shuttle and report to the Warden immediately. And be careful, it's nasty down there.
About time, Major. Was beginning to think you Havoc Squad hotshots were all talk. I'm Warden Plate. This here's my second-in-command, Growl. Now, let's get one thing straight. This is my prison. You want to help out, bust a few heads, fine. But you'll do things my way. Understand?
I'm no stranger to following orders, Warden.
Good. Last thing I need is some loose cannon jeopardizing our operation. This facility houses some of the galaxy's most dangerous criminals. It was one of the Republic's best-kept secrets until the Empire caught on.
Our guards found a subspace transmitter in one of the prison wards. Crude, but functional. It must have taken decades to scrap together.
Blasted thing led the Imperials right to us. They snuck in, sprang the prisoners, and blew open the armories in a single strike.
What were your guards doing while all this was going on? Sleeping?
My men are used to corralling inmates and breaking kneecaps. They're not trained to fight off Imperial troopers. The military's already sent a few elite detachments our way. Been about as useful as a tauntaun in a sandstorm.
Last we heard, they'd lost the deep prison. Encountered some unknown species in the maximum security wing. And they're getting pummeled.
Let them sweat. Our priority is securing this level. And that means stamping out a gang of lunatics calling themselves the Condemned. They're all second and third generation prisoners. Born and raised right here in the prison. just as twisted as the scum they're descended from.
Any chance of negotiating with them?
I'd sooner shave a Gamorrean's backside than cater to their demands. Thanks to them, our security fields are down and our access to the armories has been cut off. We're sitting naked here. If we can retake the armories and get those fields back online, we'll be in business. Then we'll... Wait, what's that?
Warden! Return fire! Seal off the wing! No one gets in or out without my say-so! Kelsa, how's the warden?
Dead, sir. Clean shot to the head. I think that makes you the new warden.
I hadn't thought of that.
Chain of command is there for a reason, Warden. Time to buck up and take charge.
All right. I'll do what I can for now. Securing this station is our first priority. Another ambush like that and we're through. Our security field should keep the prisoners out. Some condemned saboteurs trashed the field generator, and the whole network is down.
Leave it to me, sir. A few tools, a little elbow grease, and I'll have that generator back up in no time.
That generator could still be crawling with prisoners. I'd feel a lot better knowing someone was watching her back.
She'll be safe. You have my word.
I'll hold you to that.
Just let me slip into something more blaster-resistant.
The generator isn't far. Just keep those lunatics away from Kelsa. Give them one for the warden.
Power packs, check. Stun baton, check. Binders, check.
Excuse me, Captain. I was told you could help me locate Daggerwing's CO.
Major. Glad you caught me. Was just heading out to round up another wave of runners. The imps are springing everyone they can. Daggers volunteered to help get things under control, so they're spread out across the prison.
What do you know about these pilots, Captain?
I know they got a raw deal. Those pilots were just doing their job and they got locked up for it. Shameful. Their leader, Gall, is in a high security zone, so I can't raise him on the hollow for you. The XO isn't far, though. Here. Harlan? Harlan, come in. This is Zess, over.
Zess? Ha! Good timing, pal. We need backup ASAP. The imps are opening the vaults.
They insane? We'll get your backup, Harlan. Just hang in there.
What are these vaults you're talking about?
They were here on Belsavis when the prison was built. All we know is what's in there is bad. We never open them.
We've got some imps cornered in one of the vault entrances, but we're shot up pretty bad. We need med packs and mad power, and we need them yesterday.
Help is on the way, Harlan. Zess out. Out of med packs. But there are some caches you can raid on your way to Harlan. Here are the coordinates.
Lieutenant Dorn can handle a few blaster wounds. No need for supplies.
Not knowing the condition of the wounded, sir, I still recommend collecting additional medical supplies.
Stay on your toes out there. This place is a madhouse.
Great news, sir.
That should do it. Throw the switch and cross your fingers.
Grawl here. It looks like that did it. The security fields just went up. Not a moment too soon. Even better, that boost jump-started the station's internal generators. We're rerouting power to them now.
That means the prisoners won't be able to knock out the fields again, right?
For the time being. You did good. And thank you for looking after Kelsa. She's only a junior corrections officer. I'd hate to see anything happen to her. On that note, I just received intel from Republic Command that those condemned lunatics have already responded to our shield restoration. They just hit another armory. This one's unique, though. It's stocked with all kinds of prototype weaponry, including our new Magnetar rifles.
Not ringing any bells. Must be some kind of new ordinance.
Well, they're cutting edge, all right. The Magnetar rifles were specifically designed to disrupt energy shields. The technology's experimental, but effective. Our security fields won't last against one of those things. A single shot takes a while to load up, but it could punch right through our defenses.
Why would you even carry that kind of weaponry?
I kept a few on hand after some prisoners got loose and barricaded themselves in their cells. Never thought they might be used against us. I need you to get to that armory and secure those weapons. Those maniacs escape with even one rifle. It's over for us. Try not to kill anyone if you can. There's been enough death already. Bring the rifles back to the station once you've retrieved them. Grawl out.
Here. These stun grenades should take the fight out of them.
Great news, sir.
You murdering coward!
Your backup's here, Harlan. And your med packs.
Best news I've had all day. So did the Army finally send reinforcements, or... Havoc Squad? It's our lucky day, ladies and gents. Dig in and patch yourselves up. The Army has sent their best.
I want the Imperial's position, their armament, everything.
They're dug in farther into the tunnels, and they've got some serious heat. If we hadn't caught them by surprise, we'd all be dead. There may be even worse things in here, too. I've heard there's scary stuff locked in these vaults. Nobody opens them, ever.
Zess said the same thing. Doesn't anyone have the whole story?
No one in this zone. Somebody higher up probably knows the details, but they aren't likely to tell. We'll make sure nobody flanks you. Give those imps what they deserve. Looks like we won this round. On your feet, people. Get ready to move out. Sounded like some serious fighting. You alright there, ground pounder?
There was nothing I couldn't handle.
No, I'd expect not. Look, maybe I was a little short with you. It's good to hear the command wants us back, but they burned us pretty bad.
Am I following this correctly? You feel that your punishment for murdering thousands of unarmed people was too severe?
We aren't murderers. We never would have made that bombing run if we'd known there were civilians down there.
What did you think you were bombing?
Our target was a Sith Lord, Andoru, a real sadistic bit of scum. He's raised dozens of Republic colonies and left no survivors. Intel put Andoru on Fest with nothing but soldiers and factories for company. We launched at full burn, dropped everything we had, and now we're here.
It must have been very hard on your unit.
If not for Commander Gall, the men would have gone rogue for sure. Speaking of the men...
Harlan, sir, we've got a situation. Lin, Tai, and Seymour are trapped in one of the prison complexes. We can't get them out.
Great. Hang tight, Cal. We'll get you some backup on the double. What do you say, Major? You need all of Daggerwing, right? Care to go 2 for 2 on rescue ops today?
Havoc Squad doesn't leave anyone behind.
Glad to hear it. You can meet up with Cal at these coordinates. I'll get these slackers back to base and catch up with you after. Good luck.
Welcome back. Glad to see you made it, and with all the rifles no less. I appreciate you keeping the body count to a minimum. The last thing we need is to provoke the rioters even further. With the shield generator online and the Magnetar rifles back in our hands, we'll be safe for a while. Thank you.
Any other weapons I should be worried about the prisoners getting their hands on?
And just the usual assortment of blasters and vibroblades. Good news. We finally have a lead on the Condemned's ringleader. Found this holo recording on one of Plate's assassins. Take a look.
Brothers, sisters, I am Nyranos. Like you, I was born into captivity, shackled by the crimes of my ancestors. Our forefathers rot in the bowels of this prison, their debt to the Republic repaid in full. Yet, here we remain, guiltless. We must stand united against this injustice. Together we will tear down these walls and seize our freedom.
He goes on from there, but you get the idea. This guy is bad news. He's cunning, ruthless, and worst of all, charismatic.
So we've got a name and a face. Doesn't bring us any closer to stopping him.
Actually, this little tirade told us more about him than we could have hoped for. Nyranos is dangerous, but he's just a puppet. The Empire's been using him to provoke the inmates. Fortunately, they slipped up.
That's right. I isolated several audio cues from the recording and got a fix on its origin. Could be their headquarters.
This is the break we've been waiting for. Now that we know where they're hiding, we can finally take the fight to them.
Why are Imperials fraternizing with convicts?
The Empire's been egging them on in hopes of escalating the riots. May get more than they bargained for. Nyranos and his Imperial cohorts are the brains behind the Condemned. We take them out, we end this riot. Get to their hideout. If Nyranos is there, eliminate him. Otherwise, find out what they're up to. Any insight could go a long way.
Fully understood.
Hang on to those stun grenades Kelsa gave you. Kill the Imperials if you like, but again, I'd prefer the prisoners were subdued non-lethally. Contact me when you've cleared out of the base. I'll be waiting for your report.
I'll take you down.
Grawl, the leaders aren't here, and you're gonna want to hear this.
A neural disruptor? Can they even do that?
It's possible, sir. Would incapacitate us all. However, I should be able to recalibrate the security shields to block out its effects.
Do it. I don't want to be a twitching, drooling heap when the condemned get here. That's one crisis averted. But you better get back here fast. Once they realize the disruptor didn't work, they'll attack in force.
Just hold them off until I get there.
We'll try, but no promises. Hurry back as soon as you can. Grawl out. Too late. We held them off for a while, but they broke through. Most of our personnel fell back to the armory, but Kelsa, she was a model officer. Those animals cut her down without a second thought. Would have been a massacre if you hadn't warned us about that disruptor. Oh, they'll die for this. The Condemned, the Imperials, and Niranos.
I thought you wanted to resolve all this without violence.
I've exhausted my mercy. Those maniacs want a bloodbath. I say we give it to them. They're barricaded in the control room. We prevented them from slicing the central terminal remotely. Now they're trying to access it manually. I saved one of the Magnetar rifles for you. Should get you through the security fields. Get in there and finish this.
How do you work this thing? This antiquated tech is older than... Niranos? Company.
I'd heard one of the famed Havoc commandos was killing my men. Your reputation is well deserved, Major. I'm glad our paths have finally crossed.
What's your game, Niranos?
I seek only justice. Neither I nor my comrades have committed any crime against the Republic. We will have our freedom, one way or another.
Do shut up, Niranos. No one wants to hear another speech. Just kill this upstart.
We came to negotiate, Imperial. Fight your own battles.
Speak for yourself. I'll take a fistful of Imperial credits over your crusade any day.
At least a few of you animals know the meaning of loyalty. As for you, Niranos, you can die with the rest.
Engaging hostile.
My own men, throwing me to the Imperials for a few credits. Only a lifetime in prison will breed that kind of desperation. But please, put down your weapon and let us speak. No one else needs to die today. I would have negotiated sooner, but those Imperial watchdogs wouldn't allow it.
I thought they were your allies. Why the sudden change of heart?
The Empire's aims were never ours. They extended a helping hand, only to catch us by the throat. But if words are not enough, Allow me to prove my sincerity. Attention, my fellow condemned. This is Niranos. Lay down your arms. It's time we resolve this peacefully.
Stop right there, you murdering scum! You won't poison this prison anymore! Why are you just standing there? Kill that lunatic so we can end this madness!
A good soldier knows when to fight and when to talk.
You're not gonna listen to that madman, are you? How could you just forget everything he's done?
Neither I nor any of the condemned have ever been convicted of a crime. We merely inherited our ancestors' sentences. All we want is our freedom. Perhaps a small piece of land on Belsavis, where we can live in peace. We deserve that much.
Only thing this nutcase deserves is a blaster bolt between the eyes. If you don't kill him, I will!
You've heard our demands. Do what you will. Just know that I'll die before I return to that cell.
Niranos is willing to forget the past, Grawl. It's time you did the same. Do the right thing and help him settle his people.
Yes, you're right. This has gone too far. You'll have your freedom, Niranos. You're going to work for it. I expect you and your people to help us restore order here.
Agreed. And thank you for seeing reason. We will not forget this.
I'm just glad we were able to settle this without any more violence.
As am I.
The sector is more or less secure now, but a Colonel Hauer has been asking for assistance in the high security wing. I told him I didn't have any men to spare, but that you might be able to lend a hand. He's expecting you now. You go on ahead. We've got things under control here. Just be careful. The innermost wings are real madhouses.